Hi students, we are seeing the graphs. So the previous video we saw position time graph and after that the velocity time graph types. Now we'll see what are all the parameters we can find out from the velocity time graph. So I have taken the velocity time graph and what are all the parameters we can find out by using the velocity time graph. As I said, we have taken two parameters, velocity on y-axis and time on x-axis. So what are all the parameters we can find out? The first parameter is acceleration and second one displacement. So what are all the two parameters we can find out? One is acceleration, another one is displacement. Displacement is nothing but we have to find out the area under the curve. These two things we can find out by drawing the velocity time graph. The first we will see how to find out the acceleration. I have taken a graph. I have taken time on x-axis, velocity on y-axis. I have taken a constant, means increasing velocity with respect to the time. If you see, I have taken only two values. Time t1 is 10 second, t2 is 20 second. At t1 it reached the velocity 5 meter per second. At t2 the velocity is 10 meter per second. I have taken only two values. You can take n number of values. It depends on the questions, whatever you are receiving. Draw the graph. As I keep on telling, draw the graph, make the tabulation of all the parameters, whatever it is given. Then from the graph, if you are getting or from the questions, make the tabulation. That will be like very helpful for you to complete the sum. So what are all the given values? Time, x-axis, two values. So t1 and t2. With respect to the t1, what is the velocity? v1. At t2, what is the velocity? v2. So just make the tabulation. Time t1 is 10 second. What is the value of v1? 5 meter per second. Time t2 is 20 second. What is the velocity? 10 meter per second. So two values. At 10 second, the vehicle's velocity is 5 meter per second. 20 seconds, the vehicle velocity is 20 meter per second. So this is very well known value. From the graph we have to just take and make the tabulation. That's all. Then the slope. This is very important. Make a note. The slope of a straight line on the velocity time graph gives you the acceleration. What? I read again. The slope of the straight line on the velocity time graph gives you the acceleration. This slope, we have to find out the slope value which gives you the acceleration value. How to find out the slope? We know acceleration, it is given by A. A is equivalent to change in the velocity, change in the y-axis value with respect to the change in the x-axis. Means difference in y and difference in x-axis. We have to find out. So dy divided by dx, del. You can use del or d, any value, which is nothing but your difference. So what is the difference? v2 minus v1, which is nothing but final velocity minus the initial velocity. Final velocity minus the initial velocity with respect to the time. So final time minus the initial time. In some books you may see like Vf minus Vi divided by Tf minus Ti, or V minus U divided by T2 minus T1, or Tf minus Ti, which is nothing but change in the velocity. Final velocity V2, initial velocity V1, then time period T2 minus T1. Just substitute all the values. 10 minus 5 divided by 20 minus 10, which gives you 0.5 meter per second. Meter per second square. Acceleration SI unit is meter per second square, because velocity SI unit is meter per second. Again you have second. So meter per second square is the SI unit of acceleration. So here I have taken the increasing acceleration, means increasing velocity. Acceleration is 0.5 meter per second. If I reverse the graph, if I take it in the decreasing way, you will get minus 0.5 meter per second square. Why? Because the V1 is 10, V2 is 5. What is the change here? Anyway, time remains same, 0, 10, 20. Here also 0, 10, 20. T1 is 10, T2 is 20. Here also T1 is 10 second, T2 is 20 second. t remains same, but what is the change? V1 and V2, because it is decreasing graph. So V1 is 10 meter per second, V2 is 5 meter per second. So if it gets change, means 10 and V, then you will get minus 0.5 meter per second square, which is nothing but retardation. Acceleration is constant, but it is, the velocity is decreasing, means it will come to the stop or brake has been applied. Thank you.